All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Championship Ringside Live. Scores on G.
What's good, bro?
Blizzard Blaze here. Of course, you know. Shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to by support. Shout out to by showing love. Happy basketball. And game 5 is over with. Man, let's get straight to it. Shout out to L. Wiggins, bro? Get that boy some love. I want to hear all the respect. Where's love at? I thought. Did you see when he went from the right hand to the left hand?
Man, I'm saying Wiggs trying to steal the MVP a little bit, but I don't think that they ain't happening.
Wiggs trying to make me some money. That's what he's trying to do. Because at first I'm like, man, I might not get that finals MVP parlay, but Wiggins came through. All he needs like one more game like that. We got a debate going on. Speaking of parlays, Steph fucked up a lot of people parlays, boy. I know they mad at him. I know that over was at least 0.5. Anybody who bet it didn't I'm pretty sure they didn't think Steph Curry's gonna go 0 for 9. So yeah. Steph then lost a lot of people money. Shout out to Steph. All right, so check it out. Game 5. To me, let me show Game 5 reaction. All right, so to me, Game 5 will be known as the Andrew Wiggins game. Now that I think about it, shit. Steph missing 9 threes. That's a big thing too. But yeah, Andrew Wiggins is the one who came through. He pretty much played the best defense on the Warriors squad, and he was their scoring leader. He wasn't the person that was going to for the scoring if you watch the game, but he definitely was. When he put the ball in his hands, he came through for a squad. So yeah, I think this gonna be known as the Andrew Wiggins game. So shout out to Andrew Wiggins. What you think about the game?
Well, yeah, definitely. When it come down to Golden State, they leaned on Wiggins and Clay more than anything. Boston fucked up a lot. Like when it comes down to, like, I don't know. When it comes down to those turnovers, like when they're going to the goal and then all of a sudden somebody stripped the ball and they throw their hands up, like, like that shit don't work in the playoffs. And the 2 of the 3 games that they lost, I've seen them do that a lot. So it don't really work in the playoffs. You can't rely on like flopping as much as you do in the regular season, because they allow you to be a little bit more physical in the playoffs. And that's been their calling card. Their calling card has been physical play. They've been able to be physical when it came down to the Nets and the Bucks and stuff like that during the playoffs. And they've relied on their defense in this series, but it's easier to stop to stop teams when you're making buckets. It's harder to set your defense when you're turning the ball over. So I think that's just something that they have to clean up if they don't want Golden State to take this in the next game.
You think they complaining to the ref, or you think or you think it's more about the inexperience?
I think it's more about the inexperience. I think the thing is, like, when it comes down to, I think you have to play through contact. I don't think they complaining to the ref saying that like we getting fouled and stuff like that. I think that what they're doing is they're exaggerating contact and they thinking that that's going to get them fouls, when they really need to play through contact and not worry about it. Like almost like street ball. When you feel like you better than somebody in street ball, like you don't call fouls. You feel me? Like it's just if somebody foul you, you play through it, and if it's a turnover, you get back on defense. And that's if you really feel like you better than that player. Now, if you don't feel like you better than them, then what happens is you're gonna call foul every time. Every time there's a turnover, foul. Every time something happened, foul. So I think they have to play on a level of physicality where it's like, we better than these dudes, and we're gonna play through contact and let the refs blow the whistle when they need to blow the whistle.
Yeah. They really. I don't know. This game they seem fresh. Like they ain't think it's like nice. It's not game 5 of the finals. Like you said, they playing for the foul. They throwing their hands up. They didn't seem like they was aggressive enough. It's kind of like they know, oh, we don't got this game. We gonna go for it for next game. Besides that, was the third quarter comeback. That was the most aggressive I seen them. Jason Tatum, I don't know what to say about him. He's playing good, but he's not playing enough for them to for him to lead them to a championship. It seemed like he's toned it down a little bit, especially with the aggressiveness when it comes to his scoring.
No, I think what happens for them is they need Jaylen Brown to get them started. Like they do well when Jaylen Brown does kills it in the first quarter, and then Jason Tatum is able to ease into his game, and then all of a sudden you look, Jaylen Brown wind up having like 15 points, and you look at Jason Tatum, and it's like he had 14 points, but you've been paying attention to Jaylen Brown killing you, and Jason Tatum slowly getting there. So when they show up in opposite quarters, and the other one is able to sprinkle their game in, they do better that way. This game, I think Jordan Poole with that 3-point at the end again,
Big
that
shot.
was
Big
that
shot.
was like a backbreaker because they was gaining momentum, and that being the last shot before the end of the third quarter, that was a backbreaker. That's
Oh, you look at it as a
demoralizing.
negative on. You look at that as a negative on the Celtics.
Yeah. I'm saying
Really?
because I'm saying once you basically at that point in the game, they had worked to come back, and I think they had took the lead a little bit, but then Golden State had a little spurt, and then Jordan Poole hit that 3-pointer at the end of the quarter. And at the end of the quarter, that's really free money. You feel me? And you can't give away free money to a team like that.
I
So
thought that was more of a lifesaver for the Warriors when that happened.
it could be, look, if both of those things could be true. I'm just saying you can't give away
Yeah,
free.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I was going which one I would go with because I
yeah.
thought the Warriors was in for it because Steph wasn't hitting, and if you're gonna say Andrew Wiggins gonna lead y'all to a win, that's
But
rare.
I'm
That's probably new. Nobody ever
but I'm
heard that.
saying even if we look at it from if we look at it from a football standpoint, I'm wearing same shirt on,
Who that?
but
Who that? Shout out.
but I'm saying if we look at it from a football standpoint, you feel me? If you mess around and um, turn the ball over on Brady, right?
Mm-hmm.
You playing the Bucks, you turn the ball over on Brady. That's not a good situation to be in. You feel me? So I'm saying you can't give that quarterback extra possessions. Just like you wouldn't be able to do it with any of the other top quarterbacks, but I'm just using Brady for example. But you can't do that. And I'm saying when it comes down to a team like the Warriors, they already have so much firepower. You can't give them free money. So like even when you start I don't want to say putting them away, even when you start putting any kind of distance in between you, the Warriors got a 3 in the clip. You feel me? So it's like
Who?
I said, the Warriors have a 3 in the clip. I'm saying Steph could hit you from 3, Clay could hit you from 3. So it's you think you're getting a little bit of breathing room with them, and it's like you have a 7-point lead, and then all of a sudden they shoot a 3, and it's a one possession game.
Them
And
dudes.
if you don't,
Them
and if
dudes
you
had
don't,
some droughts.
no, but I'm saying, and if you don't score on the other end, then they come back with another 3. Now it's a 1-point game. So I'm just saying, the the effort that you take in order to build that type of lead on the Warriors, it's you can't afford mental lapses. You can't afford to like give away free stuff. So I'm saying like when it comes down to Jordan Poole hitting that unprobable shot at the end of the quarter, that's just hard for them to I want to say that's demoralizing for a defense to be like, damn, like we did all that just to be here.
All right, I can agree with you on that. But my original point still stands with the Andrew Wiggins game. Go check the highlight.
No, you're right.
He went
You're
from
right.
the right hand to the left, looking like MJ in the sky. Like, whoa, look at this dude. You know, only more rebounds. You know, MJ didn't rebound like Wiggins did. We ain't gonna. It's not about MJ.
Goodness.
All right, let's get to let's continue on talking about this game though, because Draymond, I can say he bounced back this game. Would you agree he bounced back this game
compared to what he been doing? Yeah, compared to what he been doing.
Probably one of his better playoff games to me. Shit, he ain't really doing much of nothing, honestly. But yeah, he had a good game this game. I don't know what he had. I think he had did he finally get 10 points? I'm not even sure what he got this game. But it doesn't matter because we talking about the first 4 fucking games. The first 4 games he had was blah. And of course, everybody talking about him having this podcast. You know, his podcast not good as championship ringside. So why even do it if you're gonna lose in the finals? You know, we get that. So the question is, the first 4 games, he like I said, and he played good game too. So I don't want to knock him for that either. But is he washed, or is Draymond just distracted?
I don't think it's either. I think Draymond is more like, you want me to go first? I'll go first. Fuck it. Let me do it. I mean, no, I'm gonna go. I don't think Draymond is washed. I think Draymond is more exposed than anything. Like Draymond has never been that dude. The best thing that Draymond does for himself is promote himself. Like Draymond, like you say when it comes down to the best defenders in the league, like you like who are they? Like does it even matter? You make the argument that defense doesn't really matter in today's game. That's the argument that you're making. Let me finish.
Oh, okay.
That's the argument that you make. Now when it comes down to Draymond, like what Draymond gets credit for team accomplishments more than anything. And he does the subtle things, or he does the things that you don't really get stats for. And but the thing is, Draymond is loud about it. So because Draymond is loud about it, you pay attention to him. So then you start paying attention to Draymond on a winning team doing dirty work, and he is versatile when it comes down to on defense. He's versatile. On offense, everything that he does is rather mediocre. It's not great. He's not great in anything. Not a great passer, not a great rebounder, not a great scorer. He's not great at anything offensively. And the good thing about that is when you're winning is good. When you're losing, it's like he's not doing enough. So it's like Barkley was calling him triple single. That's who he is. That's who that man is. He is a triple single. That's just what it is. Now the thing is, the real question that we need to be asking, because Draymond has been a part of Golden State's holy trinity. Like you can't touch Steph, Clay, and Draymond. That was the rule. Andrew Wiggins is looking like he's more valuable than Draymond. And not only that, Jordan Poole contract is coming up. So you got to get rid of somebody. And with Draymond looking the way that he's looking, and you having Looney essentially outplaying him, and Wiseman coming back, Looney is outplaying him. You have Wiseman coming back. Draymond still might have value on the market. The only thing that you probably looking at on this standpoint is probably not pissing off Steph. Like you might not want to piss off Steph, but I think I don't know. Draymond looking like his time is numbered in Golden State at least.
You done?
I'm done.
All right.
I'm done.
So this wasn't even supposed to go down like this, man. I can't believe this. This was supposed to be a simple segment, but of course you took this time to bash on Draymond Green. So let's get one thing straight. I gave my take on the podcast. It'll come out probably tomorrow, Wednesday. We busy, whatever. But I said he was washed. Now, I'm not going to rebuttal you yet. I'm going to say he's washed because the things he's good at, his help defense, is still, I think it's still pretty good. But with the players they have these days, like Boston, he can't keep up with Jalen Green and Jason Tatum. When you go back to the other series, he was actually handling business pretty good on defense. I just think like the league is catching up with him. Similar to how LeBron don't have that same first step or James Harden don't have that first step. I think Draymond Green falls in that same group. He's not young. He's 33, 32 in that area. So
31.
31? Get out. You serious? He younger than Steph?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, he wasn't the most athletic from jump. He wasn't the most skilled from jump. He pretty much had an underrated IQ when it came to his defense. And I think, like I said, he needed some type of athleticism or some type of quickness to play help defense because he played on ball if the main star was his position, but his best defense is help defense. Now, to rebuttal to you, he been exposed. That's nonsense. Cause it shows when Draymond Green hurt, that team is not the same. That team don't operate the same. And he arguably is the second most important player on that team. Especially now that KRYIE came back from the injury, that's a whole nother story. I tell you what, we can go year by year. The 2015, I don't see them winning championships without Draymond. Draymond was at the peak of his defensive powers at that time. Matter of fact, we just say that for 2015 and 2016, he was the focal point of why the Warriors lost. Everybody said if he didn't get suspended, they would have won a championship. And if they would have won, he probably would have got Finals MVP because of how good his Game 7 was. I don't know if people pay attention to how good his Game 7 was, but he was a monster. And again, even with the 2017, 2018, KD came up a little bit, but Draymond still their best defender. And then once KD left and the injuries started happening, it was still a decent team. But every time Draymond Green got hurt, the team doesn't produce. I guess when Steph get hurt, the team doesn't produce. But Steph is a really big question. Like Steph got this Magic Johnson, Karl Malone thing going on. Are you that good without that other person? Is Steph really that good without Draymond? If you want to just reverse, if you don't just go reverse real quick, I get you saying, okay, who is Draymond without the Warriors? Draymond is just a regular dude just going out there. But if you reverse that question, it's still got some legitimacy to it. Who is the Warriors without Draymond? Who is Steph without Draymond? Do Steph have all those accomplishments without Draymond doing the dirty work of the lack of defenders, the lack of defense that Steph have? But that's my rebuttal to you. As far as Draymond Green goes, I do think he's washed. Not washed as in like he ain't shit. He need to retire. Which, be on the lookout. If they win the championship, he might retire. That's how washed I think he is. I think he's good enough to where he's a settled person. 4 championships, defensive player of the year, future Hall of Famer, and I got a podcast that's lit. Don't be surprised if he retire this year. But as far as being washed, he cannot keep up with the new generation. So I'm going with he washed.
So this is my thing. Like you, so no, like you tried to make it seem like Steph was like Draymond makes Steph, or Draymond has something to do with Steph when it's the opposite way, it's the other way around. Steph is the thing that makes Draymond. Like when it comes down to Steph, and this is what they did for a long time. They had a Steph Draymond pick and roll. You have to double Steph wherever he is. So soon as Steph cross half court, you got to double him on that pick and roll. Steph passes the ball to Draymond. At this point, they have a 4-on-3 pick and roll. I'm sorry, a 4-on-3 fast break. So now since they have a 4-on-3 fast break, you have the defense scrambling and you get easy shots from that because Draymond is a good enough passer to get the ball to who it needs to go to. Now what the problem is about Draymond has lost so much confidence in his shot to where it never was wet, but it was better than what it is now. And Draymond has lost so much confidence in his shot to where now you don't have to guard him at the 3-point line. So now it's not a 4-on-3 pick and roll, right? So now you give the defense a chance to recover. So just giving you some numbers. Like in 2000, around 2016, when they lost the finals to the Cavs, he was shooting 36% from three. You fast forward to 2018, he shot 26% from three. Like he has been as good a 3-point shooter as one of the highest 3-point shooters in the league. Now he not shooting no volume like that. So he's not like a part of the Splash family or anything like that. So we're not gonna like go there. But like he's been decent at three to where now you don't even have to look at him when he gets to the ball at 3-point line. So that is kind of messed over him on the offensive end, that you don't have to even look at him until he gets inside the free throw line. So you can kind of recover on that a little bit better than what you did when you had to guard him at the 3-point line. Now, the thing that does make him usable is the fact that you've almost eliminated the big man. So when it comes down to most big men now, you have what, 2 or 3 big men in the league that can post. So when it comes down to Draymond, like he's strong enough to guard most big men. He's versatile enough to guard at least adequate enough to guard most guards. So he's not like a slotty body on defense. And the big men now can't even punish you for going little. So it's just the fact that he fits in this league a little bit better than if he fits in where you had more more post up big men, or more big men that will punish you for having a 6'7" center in the league, because you can like show Rudy Gobert, you might as well sit him on the bench once. And what are you, like 7'3", 7'2", something like that?
I think he's 7', 7'1".
I think he's 7'2", something like that. But I'm just saying, in general, like when it comes, I'm saying.
Wait, we not about to do this Jordan Scottie Pippen thing again, bro.
What you talking about, Jordan Scottie Pippen thing? No,
you trying to make it. Wait. Hold up. You trying to make it seem like I'm giving Draymond a credit for Steph for being who he is. I didn't do that.
No. I'm saying, and let me. I'm sorry, I might have talked a little bit too long. Let me make sure. I just
clear it up.
I'm clear. I'm clear.
Clear it up.
When it comes down to who Steph is going to be Steph no matter who he's with. Draymond is not going to be Draymond no matter who he's with. So I'm saying Draymond has a hand in. I mean, Steph has a hand in Draymond being as good as we thought he was, where Steph was going to be like that regardless of who was on his team.
again, we not about to have this Jordan and Pippen debate, bro. This you're doing. Draymond highlights and Draymond. I want to say the key for Draymond to being into the Hall of Fame is his defensive player of the year and his defense. Steph had nothing to do with that.
But how you measure that? So I'm saying when it comes down to defensive player of the year, he didn't lead the league in
You
blocks.
think
He didn't. No, wait. I'm saying he didn't lead the league in blocks. He didn't lead the league in win shares. He didn't or defensive win shares. He didn't lead the league in steals. Like he didn't lead the league in a combination of blocks and steals. He didn't lead the league in defensive PER. He didn't lead the league in
when
defensive
does
plus
defense
minus.
that
No,
that,
but I'm
that
saying, but I'm, but
how
I'm,
does that
but
when
I'm,
does that
what,
happen
I,
with defensive player of the year?
but what I'm saying is like his claim to fame as far as defensive defense is concerned is going to be the team's winning percentage. Like they're doing
That's
good.
every defensive player though. You can't pick that apart if
It's
you do that with everybody.
it's not because a lot of times defensive player of the year they lead the league in something in blocks or steals or something.
Not
Like
this
they
year.
lead. I don't even know who defensive player. Oh, Marcus Smart. I was like, who was I think it was about time they actually gave it, but that's another subject. I think it was about time they gave it to a perimeter player because that's more important. But
Look,
I'm just saying, in
you you
general,
you you're picking it
how
apart
do
because
we?
of Draymond Green.
No, I'm saying the Draymond Green doesn't get Defensive Player of the Year if he plays for the Detroit Pistons. He does not.
That's how it works. Name the last time a losing team had the defensive player of the year.
Again, my point is Draymond Green is getting judged based on his team success rather than his individual success. Every time Draymond Green was an all-star, every time Draymond Green was all NBA, this was going to be based on team success rather than his personal success. That's all I'm saying. And we can look at all of the times we can
So
look at the
so
stats of him and somebody
who
who didn't
so
make it, and their stats gonna be better.
so you don't believe Draymond was the second most important player on that squad?
No.
So let me ask you this: who's going to the Hall of Fame first, Clay or Dre?
Who going to the Hall of Fame first?
Yeah,
Or that it depends on who retires. I think
they
I
were
think
tied at the same time. Then who going first?
well, I think they're going at the same time. But who would be more deserving of the Hall of Fame if we gonna be like that? I would say Clay.
All right. So you clearly don't care about anything because you picked apart everything about Draymond, but Clay has even less to show about his claim to fame besides what?
So wait, this one of the things that we
I don't.
that no, I'm just gonna say this. One of the things that people have um said that there was snub was the 75th anniversary team. Nobody
He
says
didn't deserve to be in the conversation.
no, but I'm saying Draymond. Nobody said. I don't think Clay got snubbed. I don't think Clay was supposed to be in there. But
Neither one of them.
nobody said anything about Draymond missing it. So I'm saying all time,
What does that have to do with
all
anything?
so I'm just saying all time ranking right now. You have if they retired today, you have Draymond Green over Clay. They
Yeah.
retired. They
They just,
retired.
they, I don't see why. What gives Clay the edge?
I think Clay is better. I think Clay is a better player
We not
at
going. We can't. We're not gonna go up a scale. What we going off of?
no,
Why Clay better?
I'm saying Clay is better. Clay is more valuable to the team than
How?
Draymond.
See. Wait. This
Clay.
what you're doing. There's no. You have no proof of that. You know, absolute
I
no
don't.
proof
I
of that.
don't. I don't.
You're just saying. You're just
We
saying that.
watched. But I'm saying, but we watched the game. So since we watched the game, and we see that when it comes down to Klay Thompson versus Draymond Green, Klay Thompson has, uh, for the most part, guarded a premium position in today's game versus Draymond Green. Draymond Green guards fours and fives, which fours and fives have been pretty much extinct for the better part of the since uh, KG and Tim Duncan were in their prime. That's when they went extinct. Um, So basically, when Draymond Green entered the league, that's when they were extinct, and that's who he guarded. What you
Okay.
call him? What you call him? Clay
So
guards ones and twos, which
how
ones
how many
and twos are
how
at
many
their
how many
apex right now.
so you so how let's be clear on this. Because again, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but this went from Draymond being washed to I feel like you're saying Draymond is replaceable on the Warriors dynasty.
No, on a Warriors dynasty, is he replaceable on a Warriors dynasty? I think I've been saying that for a long time. I think
And
I've been saying
who
it.
you replacing him with?
Um, like pick like who we talking about? Like Paul Millsap,
Mm-hmm.
um, like Al Horford,
Mm-hmm.
like he's replaceable with a borderline like a good player, like an all-star player, like a borderline all-star player. He's replaceable with people like that.
You fucking insane.
I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm
like
really not. I'm
the thing
sorry.
is, everybody you name Paul Millsap, you name Al Horford, they both had a chance to do it. What Draymond Green did, and they didn't.
With
Um,
Steph, with Steph, with Steph,
they need.
with Steph and
So
Clay.
wait, they need Steph.
No, because I, I was not shy about them needing Steph. What I'm saying is replacing Draymond on that team. So I'm just saying
So who the
if
better
you put
pass out of those guys?
Draymond, I think Draymond's
Okay,
the
all
better
right. Who
passer.
the better facilitator out of those guys?
That's the same thing as passing. What's the
No,
difference
it's not.
between facilitate?
It's not.
So explain the difference between facilitating and passing to me.
Facilitating and setting your teams up. Passing is actually passing the ball.
That sounds like the same thing to me.
Pick and roll is more of a facilitating play. Like you're going to anybody. Passing is okay. I see the open man. You don't get what
Well,
I'm
no,
saying?
no,
It's setting up and passing. Big like Joker. Joker doesn't really facilitate. He sets up everything from the top of the key. You don't get what I'm saying?
he does. Wait, Joker doesn't really pass.
Joker, he's not much of a facilitator. Would you say Joker and Chris Paul the same facilitator?
Yeah. So look. Let's
Would you
move
say
on from it.
Joker and Chris Paul the same facilitator, same type of facilitator?
No,
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
but I don't think they're the same type of passer either. So look, let's do this just because
That's the difference.
I don't want to get stuck on this topic because I
Yeah,
would rather
you bugging out.
no, because
Let's
I
keep
don't
that.
because facilitating and passing to me is the same thing. And if it's not, then like go to the dictionary definition. Like we can look at that. But I think
You
we kind
show
of
me the
getting
definition of facilitating
no,
without even saying the word
but
pass.
but I'm saying we're getting stuck on this topic, and the
Well,
topic
overall,
was the topic was is Draymond Green washed? My thing was he's never been that guy. He's been exposed. That's it. That is it.
okay, all right. I think he's washed. I don't think he's been exposed. If you want to say that's a version of being washed, that's fine. But that's a whole another topic of Steph and Draymond because you way out of pocket. All right, let's go to the next topic, man. All right, so I'm pretty sure social media knows what's going on with these pictures. If you want this person, you got this. If you want this person, you got this. You want this person, you got this. You got this person, you got this. And if you want all of it, you just pick Kobe. I get it. So we've been going back and forth about this topic because I feel like that whole picture is bullshit. Because if we talking about the GOATs, the top 8, 7 players of all time, you can put any name right there. So me and this gentleman here got stuck on the word. Is it mentality? Or is the mentality part?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
We kind of got stuck on
we got
mentality.
stuck on mentality. So my co-host here decided to say, "Would you take Shaq's mentality?" And I'm like, "Yeah. If we talking about prime Shaq, I take his mentality. Like even
Wait. Now you said prime check.
I said prime Shaq the whole time.
Okay.
Tell you what, you know what,
I thought Shaq had a
I'll take
career. I already.
I'll take Shaq the entire time. If you want to go with that, because let's get straight to it. The question is, was Shaq a killer? And I'm saying straight up, yes. Shaq came in the league, calling out all the best centers of the league. Then, when he became the best center in the league, he showed that he was the best center in the league. And even then, when he got traded after his prime was slowing down, he still showed why. What I want to say his Miami years, he was officially past his prime, and he was still putting up big numbers, showing the competitive spirit. And look, if you want to show how much competitive he was, he started team hopping at the end of the day to get another chip. But of course, I don't count past Miami of his mentality. Like, of course he went ring chasing, but Orlando to Miami, yes, Shaq was a killer. I don't even know why we even having this conversation. It makes no sense. We talking about one of the most vicious players to play the game. The elbow, you remember the elbow thing? Like, what you think, he nice or something like that? Oh, let me guess. Barbecue chicken was a quote just because he liked the barbecue in the South. No, man. He know for a fact when you get under that goal, you done. Come on, man. Charles Barkley, what it was? Who the other white dude was? Who threw the ball at him? Man, Shaq was a monster. What you got?
Oh, you done? Man, that was quick. All right,
It's
that's
simple
cool.
as that.
All right,
This topic is hilarious.
all right. So let me explain the topic real quick. So there was a meme that was going around, and we should kind of share it. But the meme was basically talking about um almost like the goats in their individual perspective, like their individual claim to goat. And I want to say it was like Bill Russell, like if you want rings, you got Bill. If you want stats, you got LeBron. If you want dominance, you got Shaq. If you want mentality, you got Kobe. And there's a couple other things. And if you want all that, you got MJ. All right. So when it comes down to mentality, like Kobe said this about Shaq. If Shaq had Kobe's work ethic, then Shaq would have been the greatest of all time. And I agree. Like, I look at when it comes down to Shaq, the way that Shaq came into the league, Shaq came into the league like as a straight up bully, like ridiculous. Like, I want to say Shaq got to the NBA finals. Shaq was drafted in 92. He got to the NBA finals in 94 or 95. I want to say it was like 90 95. So Shaq got to the NBA finals in 95, so his third year in the league. And this was he did that on an expansion team. Most players, that's not going to be the same for most players in a league where it was already center dominated. So now the thing about Shaq was if Shaq had the same competitive spirit that we talking about, like Kobe, Shaq wouldn't have gotten fat in LA where him and Kobe would have been beefing. Like he wouldn't have came into training camp overweight. Shaq wouldn't have what was it, 2002? Shaq wouldn't have decided to start rehabbing uh his did surgery. He did some surgery or something in 2002 where he missed 30 something games or whatever because what he felt like is he got hurt on the company's dime or he got hurt on the company's time, he's going to rehab on company's time. So he was saying that he's going to enjoy his summer and he's going to rehab on company time. Whereas Kobe is a person who decides that, you know what, I'm going to practice 4 times a day. Reason why I'm going to practice 4 times a day because you're only going to practice 2 times a day. And if you practice 2 times a day and I practice 4 times a day, what happens is after, say, we put in 5 years, I'm 5 years ahead of you, and there's no way that you can catch up with me because you have other things that you have to do in your life in order for you that you have to be good at. And the only thing that I have to do to be good in life is be good at basketball. So when it comes down to mentality, Kobe doesn't care about Kobe didn't care about anything except for basketball, being good at basketball. And he even told his teammates, like, there's numerous stories, and you should know these stories because you're a Kobe fan. He's talked about going to a club with his teammates and just say, I'll go out with you, but you gotta come out with me. And they come in 4 o'clock in the morning. He comes knocking on the door at 5:30 because we got shoot around. So when it comes down to Kobe, even when it comes down to, I want to say the guy name is Tim Grover, say who trained Kobe and Jordan. He said that Kobe is the hardest person who he ever saw work. He said Kobe worked so hard that it was probably to the detriment of him uh, because of just how your muscles, how they work. You probably shouldn't work out as hard as Kobe did. And you're trying to say that Shaq was as competitive as Kobe? No. Shaq was bigger and stronger and meaner than everybody else in the league. So if you put a like a shark in there with guppies, he's going to eat them. And that's just what Shaq did. Shaq wasn't afraid of being big, but at the same time, we're not going to sit up here and act like he was just the most competitive. Like, we're not going to say that he's the GOAT of being competitive. We're not going to say that he's the GOAT of work ethic. What we going to say he's the GOAT of? Like, was he the meanest person in the league? Like, what are you saying when we talking about is Shaq a killer? Because if we saying that Shaq is a killer, is he? What do you rank him as far as being the GOAT of? If we just picking mentality, is Shaq the GOAT of that?
No.
If we saying killers in the NBA, like stone cold killers, and we saying, obviously we talking about killer instinct. We saying Shaq in a GOAT realm of that? Like, you would put your
But
money, like, saying
what's go round?
exactly,
What?
exactly, because the thing is
I didn't answer the
you
question.
don't know, because the thing is you wouldn't have to ask that question if we're saying Kobe. Because if I say, is
What's
Kobe,
go round?
when no, because I'm saying, if I asked you, is Kobe in the GOAT realm of being a stone cold killer or having killer instinct, you would just say yes, period. It wouldn't be a question of what's GOAT realm and try to make it fuzzy or anything like that. Because
So
the
you
answer
saying
is
Shaq not a
no.
killer because he not top two on your list?
No, I'm saying that Shaq is, what I'm saying is, when we talking about the GOAT of killers or killer instinct, that's not Shaq. And the reason, and you
That
know it's not
that
Shaq,
wasn't a question though.
that is the question, because that was the meme.
If the
He's not,
question is who is known as the GOAT of mentality, then you could get at the Kobe. Kobe had the most marketable mentality. We This conversation drug on to you start talking about how you wouldn't want Shaq mentality, and I'm like, why you wouldn't want Shaq mentality? Like Shaq made a fake beef with David Robinson so he could play hard against him. Like, what are you talking about? You
that
want everybody to sit there and pick a petty fight like Jordan? No, everybody had their own way to be competitive.
that only works if you're already better than the dude. Like, that's the only way that works. That only works if you're already better than that dude. I'm saying he picked
Let's be clear. Everything's on a Jordan scale. Let's be clear. Like, everything's on a Jordan scale, and I'm gonna expose that the next topic also. But you're saying Shaq wasn't a killer because he didn't work hard as Kobe. I'm telling you, Shaq was a killer because in Orlando with the Lakers and with Miami, he was a force to deal with. People were scared to deal with him because he was Shaq, and he wasn't no dude who just, oh, I took advantage of my talents. His mentality said, oh, I'm gonna murder you when you get under this goal. What more you
no,
want from him?
no, that's because he was just bigger and better than
Man, all
people.
right,
That's
okay.
not that's not that's not to do with his mentality.
What do
That's
you
just him being
what
bigger and better than people. That's it.
Okay, so so Kobe, so I'm gonna murder you under this goal is different from saying, "Oh, I'm gonna outwork you." That's different.
Yeah, that's different, because what you're looking at is, you are looking at somebody who can possibly be better than you, or you're looking at something that could possibly be a hole in your game, and you want to fix that hole. So when it comes down, if it comes down to Jordan, when it comes down to the bad boys beating them, The bad boys was beating Jordan, uh, and they was beating them with physicality. So they had to get in the gym, and that's what they did. They got in the gym. All right. So when you see Jordan when they first, I want to say the muscle tone that Jordan had in '88 versus, was it '88? Yeah, '88 versus '91 is very different because they had to get in the gym so they could take that beating and it wouldn't be a big deal. When it comes down to Kobe, do we have to talk about Kobe? Like when it comes down to his
Nah,
mentality?
because I'm trying
So
to
I'm
figure
saying,
out
so I'm saying,
so
but I'm
Shaq never had bounce back. Shaq never tried to get better. Look,
uh,
if this conversation is strictly about was
he got
Shaq
he
had a mentality like Kobe or
he
MJ,
got
then
fat.
no.
No, I'm saying he got fatter. So because he didn't want people like Luke Longley to push him around. That's what he did. Shaq got fatter, so he wanted to
Man,
put on. That's what he did.
if you going you win you can't you again. I'm not saying if you're going about did Shaq work out as hard as Kobe or did he try to improve his body like MJ? Okay,
So
no. But if you're
so
not
again,
the question is on the screen. Was Shaq known as a killer? The
so
answer is yes.
so no. This is where,
Just because
but this is
you
because
decide to
this
get
is
better
what
in the offseason don't make you a killer.
no
That
no
makes you determined.
because again, this question, what you did was you trying to alter the question, but this
We
question
talked about
came.
the question before we went on.
This this question this question came from the mentality question. If you want mentality, you pick Kobe. All right. So this is what this
And I
original question comes from.
and
So
what
I'm
I
saying
said and what I said.
when it comes down to that, then do you want a player that has Shaq mentality? Because what you saying is, if you're saying do you want Shaq, absolutely you want Shaq on your team. But what if it's Larry Johnson and he has Shaq mentality? What if it's Anthony Davis and he has
I'm a
Shaq
murder.
mentality?
Yeah, I'm a murder you when I see you on me. I'm a
And
murder you.
he's going to be sitting a lot because every time it comes down to him getting his ass injured, he's going to go ahead and he's gonna rehab on a company dime. Now, if he has Kobe mentality and he's going to see like, you know what? I keep getting hurt. You know what I can do in order to get better about getting hurt? Then I could put in work on the off season. I can strengthen myself so I can make sure I'm less injury prone. All right. You can do things like that. So I'm saying
So let me ask you this.
if
Let
you're
me ask you
saying
this.
that you
Wait.
if
Here's a
you're
great question.
saying that you
Here's a
want
great
Shaq, hold
question.
on, wait, let me finish. Because I'm matter of fact, I just watched a Shannon Sharp video today. And Shannon Sharp was talking about AD talking about he ain't touch a ball since April 5th. He gonna take a month off. You feel me? That's the type of mentality that you want. Because I'm like, that's the type of
We're
mentality
not talking
Shaq
about
had.
AD.
I'm just saying, we gonna put AD with Shaq
So
mentality because
again,
that's what we
all
talking
right.
about.
You
We
didn't get
talking
your
about
point
the
across. Cause
mentality.
you get your point across. Cause I got
Go
something to
ahead,
say.
go ahead, handle your business.
Okay, 1995,
Mm-hmm.
Shaq was against Hakeem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a firm believer that Hakeem would have done that to the 2000 Shaq?
Would he have done that to the 2000 Shaq?
Yes.
Which I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know.
all right.
No. So
This is
wait.
wild.
Let me clear this up.
This is wild.
So let me clear this up. One of the reasons why I'm saying I don't know is because one of the things that Shaq said was they was young. What they used to do was when they was playing in that series, they was going out and partying and shit like that. This is some shit that Shaq said. So at the same time, Shaq being older and Shaq being more hungry for a title, I don't know if that's something if Shaq would have did the same thing. Now, when it comes down to 94 Hakeem versus 2000 Shaq, I don't know how that plays out.
So you don't you so what you're clarifying to me and everybody who's listening, you're saying that Shaq hasn't improved from 95 to 2000.
No, I didn't say that.
So again, okay, wait. So I'm gonna ask you this question again then. Do you believe that 1995 Hakeem Olajuwon would have done the same thing he did to Shaq? Because he gave Shaq business. So you saying he would have done that same thing in 2000 Shaq? I'm just asking.
No, what I'm saying is, if we look at the numbers are roughly the same. So when it comes down to Shaq and Akeem Olajuwon in that series, Akeem didn't dominate Shaq in that series. That's not something that happened. But at the same time, what we're looking at a bigger, stronger Shaq in 2000 versus.
Wait, how he got big and strong? I thought he don't do no work or nothing.
You wanted me to answer the question, or you want to answer the question for me? Because if you want to
you,
answer the question for me, I'll let you.
Point. You walk to my point.
So answer the question for me, since you want to talk for me. Go ahead.
Okay, the answer should be that of course Shaq got better. Shaq clearly got better because he didn't like the way he lost to Hakeem Olajuwon. You watch all these documentaries. Shaq got better. Shaq became a killer because he'd been a killer. He'd been dominating centers. Like, you make it seem like Shaq was some guy just sitting there. He was pretty good. Shaq worked his way to be one of the best centers, a top 3 centers in the 90s when they had none but the best centers. And then he became the best player in the league in 2000. You had to have some type of strong mentality to become the best player in the league. You make it seem like, oh, Shaq became the best player in the league because everybody left.
So wait, when was Shaq top 3?
2000.
No, when was he top? He was top. That's when he became top 3 in 2000. He was top 5 in 99? No, I'm asking you. So what was he in 99?
Doesn't matter.
I'm asking you a question because I asked you when was he top 3, and you said 2000. So I'm asking you, what was he in 99? Was he top 5? Was he top 10? Like, who was the best player in the league in 99, and who was second? Who was, because we remember you watched basketball at that time. So where was Shaq at in 99?
Could be number 1.
Okay, so Shaq in 98. So we agree that Michael Jordan was the best player in the league in 98, right? We don't agree on that? Okay.
I gotta look at the numbers.
Okay, cool. Michael Jordan was the best player in the league in 98. So who was? And what was Shaq?
Give it to Shaq. I mean, give it to, so I 98, from I recall, what? Jordan, Malone, Shaq?
Jordan. Okay, so Shaq was top 3 in 98. What about 97?
I can't go that far. Where we
can't
going
go that far?
Yeah.
Because I'm saying if we go to 95, Shaq was top 3 in 95.
Oh, where? Go ahead. Who we listening?
Yeah.
I'm listening. Who we talking about?
Yeah, because we had what, Dream, Malone, and Shaq?
Dream Malone or Barkley was done?
I don't think Barkley was done. I think Shaq was better than Barkley in 95. Like, Shaq walked in the league like that dude.
Oh, word. So you saying Shaq got drafted and he was top 3?
No, I didn't say Shaq got drafted as top 3.
So where you going?
I'm saying in 95, Shaq was top 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying in 95. Maybe it was
David Robinson?
Maybe David Robinson was up there. I think David Robinson probably won MVP that year. But it was probably David Robinson.
So Shaq, so Shaq, you said, what we saying? Shaq, did Shaq fall off to become top? Like, did people fall off so Shaq became top 3? What we talking about?
No, because I'm saying, like, Dream fell off like in like 96.
So Shaq never got better.
No, I didn't say. I never said that Shaq never got better. That's not that. Those are not the same. Those are not the same things. So things can happen at the same time. I'm saying things can happen at the same time. Do you understand that concept, right?
I don't care about.
Wait. No. I'm saying. Wait. I'm asking you if you understand the concept. Do you understand that concept?
Yeah.
Things can happen at the same time. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm saying is we can see Dream obviously falling off. Jordan retired in 98. Like, the Malone.
Did Shaq get better or not? I don't care about nobody else.
No,
it's about Shaq. Did he get better or not?
Yes, Shaq got better.
Why he got better? Why? How did he get better? How did he get better?
Experience.
Okay. All right. So we can go. Pretty much that is the most ridiculous thing in the world that you're saying that Shaq had no. You saying Shaq had no
No,
effort to getting better. Just the league fell off.
I'm saying
Like,
I'm
come on,
saying that
man. Come
no,
on,
I'm
man.
saying the best players in the league at the time that Shaq came in the league was probably Barkley, Malone, Robinson, Dream, Jordan. I'm pretty sure that we can agree on that. Now, when it comes down to Shaq in 2000, where Shaq was undisputed the best player in the league, Jordan had retired. Uh, Malone, Malone,
You
Dream,
on wax saying this?
and no, it is
No,
on
I mean,
wax.
I'm
Let's
saying
keep
you
it on
on
wax.
wax saying
No,
Shaq
no,
never got
no,
better.
no, no, no. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm
Okay,
saying no. I'm saying
look,
that two things can be true at the same time. Do you not
let's keep it
understand that
funky.
concept? No, no, no. Let's
Let's
keep
keep
it
it
funky.
funky.
Can you
I
understand
already agree
that
to
two
that.
things?
I already
All
agree to
right.
that.
So let me finish what I'm saying.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish up.
What I'm saying is, and look at the numbers. All right. In 2000, when Shaq was the best player in the league, then you had Jordan that retired, you had Dream, and you had David Robinson, who
You're
had
giving the
already fell
case
off.
why he. You're not. You're
That
going. You're talking about one side.
can I finish, sir?
You talked about that
Sir,
side. You're talking about one side
sir,
of the
can I
table.
finish? Sir, can I finish?
Are you going to get to? Are you going
Can
to
I
get to the
can
part?
I
Are you going to get to the
can I
part?
finish? Can I finish?
You're not. You're not. Stay on
Can
topic. Stay on topic.
it's
Stay on topic.
it's I'm
Stay on
saying
topic.
you're making this for a bad podcast right now because it's because you keep on interrupting me while I'm trying to finish.
Okay.
So
You got it. You
all
got
right.
the flow. You got the flow.
So again, Shaq got better. So let's say that Shaq got better. Also, what happened is Jordan retired, Malone fell off, Robinson fell off, Dream fell off, Barkley fell off, and those were the best players in the league when Shaq entered the league. And look at the numbers from all of them in 92, 93 when Shaq entered the league, and then look at their numbers from 2000 to verify what I'm saying. That's it.
Okay. So again, you gave a whole speech about like your speech had nothing to do with Shaq getting better. Your speech had to do with everybody who was better than Shaq when he got drafted fell off. You're not giving any reason why Shaq quote unquote got better. You just say he got better. But
so I'm saying if I'm looking at Shaq if we're looking at Shaq from 2000 to Shaq from 95, their numbers are relatively the same. Shaq was better Shaq was better than 90,
and he was a killer.
Than the 92 Shaq.
He was a killer. He was a
He
killer.
was a his men and
he was a killer.
Yeah,
talk
so was
about it.
Yeah, so was Patrick Ewing. So was any player who's made the Hall of Fame. Like so was Isaiah Thomas.
It's on wax. Keep going.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Bury yourself.
Elgin Baylor.
Bury yourself. Bury yourself. I love it.
What his name is? Brent Berry Daddy. Who else? Who else we got?
So
like
I'm
saying the way that you quantify a killer, the way that you quantify a killer, it applies to everybody.
Okay, cool. Because you got to give a closing statement. My point is, Shaq was a killer. You gave every reason why Shaq was a killer before, like during the time I say he was a killer. You proved my point. So you don't have to give a long out speech. You say Shaq not a killer. If Shaq is a killer, then everybody in NBA history is a killer, apparently. And if we talk about killers, there's only two people to talk about, Kobe and Jordan, in your book, because they're the only two people who decide to work harder after they lose. I guess Giannis falls under the killer part, right?
He does.
LeBron, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't put him. I wouldn't put him up there. Not really LeBron. I wouldn't put LeBron up there. I'll put Giannis up there.
Why not? Why not? He added the step back to his arsenal. He put $1 million into his body every year. That's the same. Like that's more than that's more than what Jordan did.
I'm saying do we want to do this?
Killers
I'm saying do we want to do this?
Killers
I'm saying do we want to do this?
All the killer has to do is work out through the
it's
offseason.
no,
Let's
no,
move forward, man.
no. I'm saying, do we want to do this? Because you did ask
Nah,
for a
because
closing
look, we
statement.
gonna walk. Look, we got
Did
the
you
next
ask for a
topic. We
closing?
got the next topic.
Okay, all right.
We got the next topic. So continue on the damn list. So apparently, Shaq's name was under dominance, and apparently, again, Blizzard Blaze says this list is bullshit because when we talk about the greatest of all time, we could put any name besides Bill Russell. If we talk about the top 8 players of all time, they all had a reign of where they was known for this. So now Shaq wasn't known for mentality, apparently. So now we go into Kobe. Was Kobe known for dominance? Go ahead.
So okay. So when it comes down to see this one thing that I do hate about this topic is you make me have to obliterate Kobe, and I don't like to do that. But this is just something like when we're talking about you said that Kobe was dominant, and what I'm wondering is when you speak about dominance, then what are you precisely talking about? Because when you speak about dominance, you said Kobe was dominant over the 2000s. Like, was he more dominant than Shaq? Was he more dominant than Tim Duncan? Like, what are you speaking about when it comes down to dominance? Because for 3 of his first championships, he was a sidekick. So he wasn't the man on the first 3 championships that he got. That was clearly Shaq. And I don't think anybody would even debate was it Shaq. Then when Kobe finally did become the man, I want to say that was in 2005. So midway through the 2000s, Kobe became the man. And I want to say he missed the playoffs his first year. And then 2006, he first round exit. 2007, first round exit. 2008, he got Paul Gasol. He got MVP at that point. And then 2009 and 2010, then he won 2 championships. So if we're saying that Kobe was dominant, we can say Kobe was dominant from 2008 to 2010 because then at 2011, they got swept by the Mavericks. So where was what part of what are we talking about as far as dominance is concerned? Because even the MVP that Kobe has in 2008 is questionable. Like that was one of his weaker years when it comes down to his overall individual stats. So like where was he dominant precisely? So if you can identify Kobe's dominance, the floor is yours.
He was the best player of the 2000s, hands down. Uh, the problem with this entire list, the problem with this entire topic, this one and the one before that is this is not a fair thing. It's not a fair criteria to anybody else. This is putting everybody on a Jordan scale. Like we could pick everybody apart because they don't measure up to what we think Jordan is. So when we say dominance, I could say Kobe was the best player in the 2000s, strictly the 2000s, because number one, his numbers show he was the best player in the 2000s. Two, Shaq, you can say Shaq was what he had a 3-peat, but he definitely took a step back. He fell off. Check the numbers if you don't believe me. And I mean, who else besides Tim Duncan was the only arguable person? But if you look at numbers, Kobe edged Tim Duncan also. Tim Duncan and Kobe probably go hand in hand when it comes to all NBAs during that time. But yeah, Kobe was hands down the best player of the 2000s. And as far as scoring dominance, there is the who in the 2000s was even matching them? Maybe Allen Iverson, maybe T Mac, but again, you go by the numbers. Kobe's the guy.
So wait. So we going by scoring dominance because
I
Kobe,
didn't
how
say
many
scoring
scoring?
dominance. Did
No,
you?
because no, because you just said scoring dominance. You literally just said it.
I named a lot of other
Um,
things. You picked that one.
no, that was one thing that I did pick, and I was wondering if that's what you was going by because how many scoring titles do Kobe have in the 2000s? Because I know when it comes down to MVPs, Kobe has one MVP in the 2000s where Steve Nash has 2. Tim Duncan also has 2. Shaq has 1. AI has 1. KG has 1. Dirk has 1. LeBron has 1. If we count 2010, LeBron has 2. So when it comes down to, like, I'm just wondering, where is he actually dominant? Because, like, we can't even say that he deserves more MVPs, because even when it comes down to other players, like if we say Kareem, where Kareem dominated the 70s, we could say Kareem got 5 MVPs, but he probably should have got more. We could have said that Jordan should have got more MVPs in the 90s or more MVPs in the 80s. We could say that, but when it comes down to Kobe, like, we could say Shaq deserves more MVPs, because Shaq probably should have got the MVP that he should have probably got an MVP that Tim Duncan got. He should have probably got an MVP, the MVP that AI got. So, like, when it comes down to dominance, like what are you talking about? Because what years was Kobe the best player? Like, you're saying that he was the overall best player of the 2000, but what years was he the best player? Like, what years are we talking about?
You realize Kobe probably finished top 5 in MVPs like almost every year in 2000s.
Okay, and that's different for Tim Duncan. Like,
Yeah, it is.
it is.
Yeah, he got more top 5 finishes than Tim Duncan in 2000.
All right, but Tim Duncan has more MVPs though.
He does. That was a rebuttal to you can't say he deserved more, and it's like, no, he
No,
was
but
in the
I'm saying he
conversation
has.
almost every year.
No, he is in a conversation, but I'm saying, when does he deserve? When does he actually deserve it? Because if we talking about
You only
top,
can say he deserves it when he gets it.
no, because I'm saying no, because you can say somebody deserves the MVP when they don't get the MVP. You can say that.
Okay, then which year you
Yeah,
want to go by?
no, because I'm saying, like, people have always said that LeBron deserved the MVP that D Rose got for 11. Like, I've heard that being said.
06?
Well, when it was, I'm saying, if they're going by the rules that they have today,
Wait, no,
where
I'm going by 06. You're the most valuable player.
no, I'm saying, if they were going by the rules that they have today, then would he be the most valuable player? Probably be LeBron. It'll probably still be LeBron. It may be
Why?
Kobe. It
Yeah, I
may be
know.
Kobe.
I know.
I'm
I know.
I'm I'm trying to remember. Is it that's the year that he averaged 35? Yeah. He
Mm-hmm.
averaged 31.05, and 06 he
Yeah.
all right. So
Yeah.
we're
Pretty
looking at
dominant,
that.
huh?
Well, I'm saying, what he
Pretty dominant, huh? How many times he finished first team All NBA in 2000s?
I'm not sure.
Pretty
How many times?
pretty
Because
dominant.
if we look, so that is that what dominance is?
I'm
Put it
going by.
on wax. No, put it on
I,
wax.
I'm naming.
So
I'm
no,
naming.
I'm saying, put it on wax, because that's what
Are
you.
you listening? Are you listening?
So tell.
I'm naming a bunch of things, a
All
plethora
right.
of things.
So
I'm
give
not saying
so
dominance is only on this.
so no. So at the end of you naming that stuff, at the end of you doing that, give me a list of what precisely you is your criteria for Kobe's dominance.
I named it all. MVP, scoring titles, all NBAs, all defenses, and pretty much the best player in the 2000s.
So he have 1 MVP. How many scoring titles does he have?
Two.
2 scoring titles. All right. And what else? Because the one MVP doesn't make you dominant. The 2 scoring titles doesn't make you dominant.
So let me ask you this: are we going off the Jordan scale right now?
No, I'm saying in general. You're saying in a 10-year span that one
Let
MVP
me.
makes you dominant.
Okay.
No, because you're
I went through my dominance.
no,
What's your dominance? Let's see if it's a little MJ like. Because if that's the scale, then okay, nobody's dominant except MJ. So
again.
I'm listening. What's your
No,
dominance?
what's my dominance is the best player, and bring your team a championship. The best player in the league bringing your team a championship. That's my scale of dominance.
Okay, so Kobe clearly had he clearly had some dominance going on.
A 2-year span.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know he was known for dominance at some point. Jordan was known. Wait. To hear me out. So Jordan was known for a 3-year span, then another 3-year span. That's it. Shaq 3-year span. That's it. Kobe 2-year span. So I'm trying to figure out where the lack of dominance at.
Magic, Bird.
Magic. Wait. Magic 2-year spans. All 2-year spans.
No, I'm saying during the 80s or during the time when did we see Magic as the best player in the league? Was Magic the best player in the league around what?
Maybe 1 or 2 years. Maybe 1 year.
86.
80s.
I'm
88.
sorry. I'm sorry.
87.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't go with Magic over.
Was he ever the best player?
We're not gonna go with Magic because you believe that Magic. I think you. We'll get to Magic on a later date. We'll get to Magic on a later date just for the fact that
what year would you have on that number?
No, we'll get to Magic on a later date.
You being nostalgic.
No, because I'm saying I'm not. I'm just saying you believe that Magic played with 70s Kareem. So we'll get to
Bird. We don't have to talk about that. When was Magic better than Bird? When was Magic better than Jordan? Give me the year. I'll look it up right now. What year was Magic the best player in the league?
I know he was better than him and Bird. Him and Bird are debatable.
No, it's not. That's why.
No,
that's
so
why
him and
Jordan
Bird
the
not
best player in the
debatable?
league. Magic was left behind. Magic was never better than Bird. Magic was one of the best players of all time. But we're not gonna sit there and make it seem like he was hands down better than Bird. And then
Bird
when Jordan came on his own, 87, that was it.
But Bird was hands down better than Magic.
Yeah.
And how you using it? Like how you measuring that? As far as like you looking at numbers, like what you doing? How you using it? See, that's why I didn't want to get into this because we veering off subject.
Better shooter, better rebounder, better defender. What we talking about, man? What we talking about? We just like Magic. You like his smile?
No.
You like it? Oh, okay. He was a better passer.
So that was it. You're getting off topic. We can talk about this another day. We'll talk about Magic another day.
Again,
we'll talk right
Kobe
now.
Was just as dominant as Jordan. He had a 2-year span. Jordan had a 3-year span.
Jordan went 6 is the best player in the league.
He had 3 years of dominance, then he stopped. Then he had another 3 years of dominance, then he stopped. Kobe had 2 years of dominance.
3 plus 3 is 6.
Okay.
Don't be
okay.
Like okay. So
Kobe had. I'm just saying. Wait. But that's fine that you add up his years of dominance. That's great. The question is, was Kobe dominant? And you're saying, okay, was he? Your definition of dominant? The answer is yes. Your definition of dominant, the answer is yes.
So again, let's rewind, and we go back to the original topic. When it comes down to the original topic, what we was talking about was players who were the GOATs in this particular genre. And the GOAT, when we're talking about GOATs of dominance, all right, we had Shaq as one of the GOATs of dominance. Kobe is not. He's not.
Why was Shaq?
I'm sorry.
Why was Shaq a GOAT of dominance?
Because he got a 3-peat while he is the best player in the league.
There
was only one other player to do that outside of Bill. I'm sorry, I don't know if Bill. I don't want to say Bill Russell was the. There was only one. No, I'm saying that
he 4-peated.
There was as the best player in the league because was he better than Wilt? I'm asking you. Was he better than Wilt?
Wait, hold up. Was Shaq the best player in 2000, 2001, and 2002?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
So when it comes down to
Duncan was up there too.
You had Duncan better than Shaq? Okay.
You disagree?
Okay. And someone can say that LeBron was the best player in the league in 2009 and 2010 because
But
he won
all we can go by
because
is that
he won
it's a championship.
because he won in what?
I never seen one.
So
I never seen because he won.
why do you change the rules?
I'm not
You're
changing
changing the
rules.
rules because you say you basically saying that whoever who won the championship is the MVP. But I mean, whoever won the championship was the best player. But Shaq won 3 championships in a row, and he wasn't the best player.
Hmm?
Now it was like it's a
I was
question if it
asking.
was Duncan or not.
asking.
No, because no.
Look, this is the thing. You can name everybody you want. The problem is
So
when we
no,
say,
let's get back on topic.
all
Get
right,
back on topic.
let's go with
So
dominant. Wilt
yeah,
was never dominant in your book? Yes or no? Let's go.
was Wilt dominant? Yeah,
Was
Wilt was
no.
dominant.
That's
I
not my
think
question. That's not my question. Hear my question out. We just had a 15-minute conversation. Was Wilt ever dominant?
he was. Yes.
Wilt won 1 championship. He won 2 separate times, and it's argued if he was the best player on the second one. So
Who you thought was the best player on the second one? You thought West was the second player, the best player? Or you just saying it's arguable?
That's the debate. I still think it was Wilt, but that's not a hands down thing like his first championship.
So I think Wilt dominance is a little different because Wilt was as a player, Wilt was the most unstoppable player in the league at that time. And I think that's the same thing that Shaq was. Shaq just took that to another level where Shaq was unstoppable, but he also won championships as well. So I think Wilt dominance was a little bit different than
It's
what
like
Shaq was.
Kobe's.
Wilt dominance was like Kobe's.
I'm asking.
Wait, when are you talking about?
I'm just asking. You said
No, I'm saying
because
when.
because
No, I'm saying when. Because when are you actually talking about? When are you saying that? When are you
I'm
saying
not
that
picking out a
Kobe
certain time.
dominance was? No, I'm saying when are you saying Kobe's dominance was on Wilt's level?
I never
Where
said
Kobe
that.
was
I
unstoppable.
never
No, I'm
said that.
saying. All right. So when do you feel like Kobe was unstoppable?
I'm asking. So
No, because
Wilt has his Wilt has his own dominance that nobody else has.
Yeah, what was different?
Okay, so
when it comes down to the league.
So when we go back to the meme, the Shaq dominance was pretty much saying, oh, Shaq known for dominance, but he's not MJ dominant. That's pretty much the overall point.
No, the meme didn't say that. The meme didn't say that at all.
You said Shaq known for dominance, but MJ known for more dominance than Shaq.
No, nobody ever said that.
I'm asking. I'm not saying. I'm not quoting anything.
Again,
I'm asking these questions.
All right, so let me answer. So, what's generally said, Shaq is the most dominant player that has ever, that's ever touched the basketball. That's what's generally said.
You disagree?
That's generally accepted. No, I'm not.
Why is
I
that
don't
again?
because
Because it's championships.
because he was unstoppable, and not only
Because
was
it's
he
championships, though.
unstoppable, but he won championships as well. The person who stopped Shaq was Shaq, and Kobe not passing him the ball. But that's the person who stopped Shaq. Shaq stopped himself with his mentality.
This another bullshit topic, bro. Like
No, I'm just saying.
you switch it up so much for whoever you want it to be.
I didn't. I'm telling you you tried to get on Bird and Magic. We could talk about Bird and Magic on a later date.
Because everybody got this obsession with Magic, but it's okay. He don't have to be the best player in the league. Like that's like
No,
Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is one of the greatest point guards of all time. He never was the best point guard in the league when he was playing. It's not a bad thing.
No, no. Again, you are on a whole nother topic. We're talking about Kobe's dominance.
Okay, look, my closing thoughts about this is we moved the scale for the name. You just like the NBA media voters, because at first it was, oh, you gotta be the best player on the championship team. That's how you show dominance. And then all of a sudden, Will has a different type of dominance. Okay, well, if I decide to bring up other players, how come they don't have that type of dominance? If I say LeBron, he don't have that type of dominance, and that's what I'm saying. It switches up. Wilt, the only person who have a different type of dominance. Shaq was known for being dominant. To my knowledge, from what I've seen, Shaq was known about being dominant before he even won a championship. But now we're saying he's dominant because he has a championship.
So no, but what made Shaq dominant?
His size, the way he played.
No, but I'm saying, what made him dominant though?
His size and the way he plays.
He was unstoppable. His size and the way he played made him unstoppable.
Okay.
So I'm saying when it came down to certain things that they did, or the way that you stopped Shaq, and similar to the way that you stopped Wilt, is you put them on a free throw line, or you outrun them on defense. That's what you do. So I'm saying that's the things that they did. They implemented tactics in order to stop Shaq. Put him on the free throw line. Like I remember, who was it? Spurs coach fouled him like 2 seconds in just to mess with him. Just because they're gonna say they're gonna do the hack of Shaq. Let them know. But that's how you stop Shaq. So you have an unstoppable force, and that's what you did with Shaq. So,
well, I guess KD, I don't know. Your definition of dominance, so many people could fall under it. It's all.
No, that's again, no. There's like, I don't know. There's probably like 3 people that can fall under it.
Who? Wilt, Jordan, and Shaq.
Absolutely, that's it.
And the reason you give it for Wilt, Kevin Durant can have it. Yeah. All right, we can go to the next topic.
No, Kevin Durant is. So wait, Kevin Durant didn't just get stopped?
Like Wilt got stopped?
No, I'm saying Kevin Durant just got stopped.
Like Wilt got stopped.
Like when did Wilt get stopped? We year. We have the internet right here. We year. I could pull up the what year?
I can't go by verbatim. So you want go that route? We could.
What year? Let me see. And his worst playoff series was in 61. He averaged 40. 62. He averaged 46.7% from the line. He was 35 and 26.
Mm-hmm.
That was his worst shooting percentage from.
So what you going by? You going by Lake? You're not going by Lakers, well, right?
Lakers Wilt? What you mean?
I'm trying to figure out what you trying to prove here. That Wilt never had a bad series.
No, I'm not saying that Wilt never had a bad series. I'm saying that what Wilt did is Wilt changed his game away from scoring. Like are you looking at his scoring averages? Because Wilt changed his game from scoring to facilitate more.
I'm trying to figure out why Wilt didn't win that many championships. I'm trying to figure that out.
His mentality, he was wild. We could talk about that offline. We could talk about that offline. You want to talk about that offline? Because I know we have one more topic to get to. So
yeah, let's get this last one out the way. Because you.
No, that is you. This is your thing. That's what you do.
All right, look. So the last topic, which I mean, I guess we can kill it. We can get into it, but this is you and your antics again. So I'm watching Bill Simmons. Bill Simmons come out with a quote. I mean, a quote. A proposed trade for Miami Heat to go after Kyrie. All hypothetical. We're not about to go into the full details about emotion with Kevin Durant. Will he stay and all other nonsense. You, my friend, you want to go take over from now?
So what's the trade? Because I didn't see the trade. You just told me that Kyrie to the.
I didn't look into the details of the trade because that has nothing to do with it. The trade was the fact that you felt like there's better options.
No, so this was my thing. I don't know what they're giving up. So the way that we'll do this is if Kyrie was just was signing with them as a free agent, and they're not giving up anything. So we have to do it that way. Now the thing is, if we're talking about a trade, that's even worse because they have to give up something in order to get him, and that's what I'm saying. So when it comes down to Kyrie Irving, since what 2016 has not done a positive thing to help any team that he's played for win. So the things that we talking about when he went to Boston, Terry Rozier did the same thing that he did. Um, when he went to Brooklyn before KD, yes, go look at it. When he went to Brooklyn before KD, we can argue that uh, D'Lo had D'Lo had a better impact than Kyrie. So we can look at Kyrie like he's this guy and try to continue to play on the nostalgia that he has when he played with LeBron. What was Boston wins like?
But
What did Boston
we can't blame that on.
where did Boston go? I'm saying what I just said. So going back to the first thing that I said was Kyrie was never a net positive for any team that he's been on since 2016. And if you have something to disprove that, then show me your evidence. But if not, I'm gonna continue with my statement. All right. So when it comes down to the reason why Kyrie worked with LeBron is because what you do with LeBron is you put shooters around him and you spread the floor so you can go one on one with your defender. Kyrie is great and it comes down to that situation. So, unfortunately, Miami does not have that type of situation. Jimmy Butler is not a shooter, neither is Bam Adebayo. Neither one of them are shooters. So you're not about to spread the floor and go one on one with a defender with those two on the court. And those two are going to be on the court for the better part of the game. So what I'm saying is you can have somebody who's more versatile when you're talking about a Zach LaVine or you talking about a Bradley Beal, two people who are free agents at this time who you don't really have to give. You probably have to do something like a sign and trade or something like that. But who can fit more into your system rather than somebody who you would have to implode the entire system for, who has not done anything for any team since 2016. Like, how long is this dude gonna ride on his 2016 for you to be like, or for people to think that he's that guy? He's not. So go ahead, show me your evidence.
Wait, but you had more detail over the
No,
meeting.
I'm
You know,
gonna
you
go.
was talking about
You
how
need
you'll
you
pick
need to keep
Bradley
on.
Beal and LaVine over.
I did just say that. You was researching. You were researching what you was about to say. You didn't find anything.
I was just laughing at the whole how teams are better without Kyrie thing. I thought that was funny.
No, but did you find anything? Did you find any evidence to support your point?
They need it. They need it.
Oh, so you didn't find anything that supports your point. I understand.
So
Go
look,
ahead.
let's keep it funky. How does Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine, who has no history of helping a team win a damn thing, trumps Kyrie, who when has the last time he been on a losing team since LeBron?
Those
I don't get that. We're talking about when everybody's full and healthy. We're talking about one of the top 15 or 20 players in the league, if not better at worst. We're talking about like the thing when we come to Miami needs a dominant scorer and somebody who's an alpha scorer, not somebody who can help out. Because Jimmy Butler is not a consistent scorer to where Jimmy Butler is your first option. They actually need a first option of scoring because Tyler Hill is technically their first option of scoring. Kyrie more of an alpha scorer than Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine. Those two names you brought up was honestly a joke when it comes to Kyrie. I think Kyrie, if you're trying to include Kyrie antics with things, then okay, you got me. But if we minus the antics, of course, because the whole COVID thing over with and everything. So I would assume that by next year, Kyrie will be back in the top 15 players.
So with all that you said, you didn't say anything about how he fits on Miami, because the thing that you tried to pull was you tried to say that he'll be the alpha scorer in Miami. Now the thing is, with him being the alpha scorer in Miami, if he's the alpha scorer in Miami, Kyrie is a person who operates in space. All right. I think we both can agree on Kyrie operating in space. So what do you do with Jimmy when Kyrie is operating in space? Because Kyrie dribbles a lot. So what we doing with Jimmy and Bam when Kyrie
With,
is what are no I'm saying what are we doing with Jimmy and Bam and Tyler Hero? Because the way that you do this is you have to give him space in order for him to operate. Now the thing is, he has not fit well with anybody besides um LeBron. Like for the most part, he's the only person that he's fit
KD?
well with. The Has he fit well with KD? How many games has he played with KD? This How many games has he played with KD for these last 2, 3 seasons?
I think they argue one of the best duos in the NBA still.
They played 20 games together. We don't know if they were arguably one of the best duos together or best duos in the game.
They play way more than 28 games together.
I don't think
You
they
talking about
played
this
that many
year?
games. No, altogether.
No, they play way more than that together.
Yeah. So this is not something that I looked up, but after this, you can look it up. See how many games they've played together. But and what they do together. What's their win loss record together? Because we don't. Kyrie is not a net has not been a net positive for anybody. Like anytime Kyrie leaves, nothing different happens to the team that he's been playing for. Like nothing. The team doesn't get worse. They don't get better. They just other people step up, and that's
So
because
what chemistry you see
nobody
going
wants to
on with?
watch. Because I'm saying if you have Kyrie on your team, on Miami specifically, then you have Kyrie as pretty much your main ball handler. And if you have him as your main ball handler, then what happens is the Miami offense is now stuck. Everybody's just watching Kyrie dribble because he's he's on his and one mixtape tour, and I don't think he's a person that's. I think that's just how he plays. I think he's pretty decent off the ball, but like
They played 44
like
games together.
they played 40, so it wasn't way more than 28. But yeah, over the course of 2 years. And what's their win loss record? Like they like 34 and 10 or something.
Uh, it look like it's in the area. They don't got the exact accurate stats on it, but it look like it's in the
I
area.
I don't think it's that area, but anyway, I'm just saying like in general, like this dude who you imagine Kyrie to be, like I don't know if you playing a
You
lot
know,
of 2K or something, like he
I'm
not
gonna
that
tell you.
dude
I'm gonna
like
tell you
that.
what your issue is. Your issue is you put so much emotion in the game that you take away from the basketball game. You're saying that Kyrie not gonna be a good fit, but where do you see these other options being a good fit and actually bring them over the hill? You think because Zach LaVine don't have an alpha personality, he gonna just give up 30 points or something like that? He's just gonna transfer 30 points to Miami?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't expect. I wasn't expecting Zach Levine to. I think Zach Levine
Where you
is
see the chemistry at on the other ones to where you see Kyrie's won't work.
no. What I'm saying is those two players are not ball dominant players. So what you have is you have players who are really good 3-point shooters, are really good drivers to the goal, and they'll be able to fit in Miami's offense where they can do a lot of what Jimmy does, and they can also play off the ball when Jimmy does have the ball. I don't think they're as demanding as Kyrie. I don't think it takes them as many dribbles to get into their sets as it takes Kyrie. I don't like. There's so many. I won't say so many other options, but there's better options than Kyrie. And I would rather. And I'm not even talking about the off the court antics or anything like that. Because when it comes down to Kyrie off the court, I don't mind what he does off the court. Like he's he made a stance, and when it comes down to him making a stance, he there was a consequence that he had to suffer for the stance that he made, and he was prepared to suffer that consequence. So I respect the hell out of him for doing that. And Kyrie, when it comes down to um the stuff that he does, like Kyrie does, I don't want to say Kyrie is a low key good dude because I don't think but he's not trying to. The stuff that he does for people, he doesn't shout out the rooftops and say like, "Look at what I did for this person," or anything like that. I'm just saying like when it comes down to basketball, I don't think he fits in Miami.
Let me expose where you coming from. Where he fits at to you.
He probably fit better than Russ in the Lakers. What is Kyrie like? Let me see. What
Exactly.
does Kyrie
You
fit?
don't see no fit with Kyrie.
No, what does Kyrie fit? Kyrie can fit any place where like any place where there isn't already somebody that's ball dominant. He might be, you know what, he might be able to fit I think it's a possibility. No, I'm thinking there's a possibility that he can fit in Dallas, like beside Luca. I think they have I think Luca has Dallas has an offense that's similar to uh what Cleveland had in 2016, where everybody on offense everybody can shoot the three. You have you have obviously Jalen Brunson wouldn't be there anymore, but you have Kyrie and Luca who can do the pick and roll. Your center who can pick and pop because you have a couple centers who can pick and pop, and you have D and three players with Finney Smith and Reggie Bullock. So I think he'll fit pretty good there in Dallas. I think that's probably the best fit for him.
Yeah, I 100% disagree. I actually like the Miami
Do you disagree
trade.
with?
I 100% disagree with that one.
Okay. Why though? So why? So tell me
For
tell
on
me
who
why,
end?
and tell me. So tell me on both ends why you disagree with the Dallas trade. I mean, why you disagree with him fitting in Dallas? And I'm talking about play style. And then tell me why you agree with him playing with Miami, as far as play style is concerned.
All right. So as far as Kyrie end, it makes no sense to split touches with Luca when Luca is definitely more dominant when he's scoring the ball. It don't make any sense. LeBron was different. LeBron was good at facilitating his teammates. Luca, he can, but he's better at just being a dominant scorer. It makes no sense for them to split possessions. As far as Dallas, you know I stand with Dallas. I think Dallas needs a big man. Dallas need a not a traditional big man. They need Karl Towns. That's where I stand at. That would get them over the hump. I don't think Kyrie gets them over the hump. I think Kyrie gets them in 2 games better than they did this year.
So you don't think Kyrie moves the needle?
Not in the West. Not with Dallas.
All right.
So yeah, like I said, out of those three, if you want to go with chemistry can go anywhere. I don't see where Bradley Beal adds. What I feel like Miami needs a dominant scorer to what, because Jimmy's not the person you're supposed to rely on as far as that, because yeah, he's on and off. You get a consistent 28 to 29 point score, you have that, and at least Kyrie has proven to be that in the winning system over LAVINE and BEAL. So that's it.
No, I'm saying, but he's proven to be that in a LeBron run system where you have LeBron ball, which I'm saying is LeBron ball is very similar to Luka ball, where you have somebody who is not really a traditional point guard who can pass, who dominates the ball. Kyrie can do that in spurts where he's been um, pretty good on side of James Harden, where you tell Kyrie just to score. He's been pretty good on side James Harden doing that. He was pretty good when it came down to on side of LeBron doing that, and I think he'll be pretty good on side of Luka to do that because what happens is like when you have Kyrie in that type of offense, then you have it where he has the space where he can operate and where he can pick and pop. It's kind where you do pick and pop. It's kind of hard for you to guard them in that way, and you have it going both ways where you can do it with Kyrie, you can do it with Luka. Obviously, you're gonna do it with Luka way more because Luka is your focal point of your offense. But when you can spell Luka, you can do it with Kyrie because for the most part, you're not gonna be able to do that for you're not going to be able to continue to do that. Now, in a one thing, and one of the things that Phoenix stopped doing, and I don't know why they stopped doing this, but what they was doing when they was winning was they was going at Luka on defense because there's like if you're gonna have a ball in your hands for however many minutes on offense, we're gonna make
They
you
had
work on
nobody go at
defense.
Luka.
Huh?
They had nobody to go at Luka.
No, but they did it when they did it, they was winning. Because they did it.
They ran out of people.
Never mind. All right, go ahead.
I'm bringing them losers up in this podcast, man.
It's not about them. We
I know you're
talking
talking
about
about
Luka.
strategy. I get what you're saying, man.
Yeah, it's about. So I'm saying like even if we say Golden State, if we say the Nuggets or anything like that, if the strategy is like because Luka dominates the ball on offense, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make him work on defense. If you have somebody on the other end who can give him a rest at some periods of time, then that strategy goes out the window. You can't use that strategy anymore.
Or you can get Cat.
Yeah, Cat not going there.
You just a hater.
I'm not.
You've been showing you're a hater and you're an MJ critic and you pretty much paid by MJ.
Cat is signed for like 5 years. Like the dude's not going to Dallas.
I mean, I ain't saying he going there within the next year or two, but eventually, I'm telling you, Minnesota gonna be like, we good on you, and that was balling, and Mark Cuban gonna pull some strings.
Man, you know Mark Cuban. When the last time Mark Cuban signed a black dude?
The rest of the team.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about a star. What it was, Jason Kidd.
Won't play for Mark Cuban.
I'm saying it was Jason Kidd and oh no, it's probably they're probably what you call him, DeAndre Jordan.
They probably don't want to play for Mark Cuban.
Or Monte Ellis. Last time Mark Cuban signed a star. Or probably was Rajon Rondo.
All right, G, we're gonna break these down. We disagreed on damn near everything on this one. So we got to break these down and put them on YouTube and Facebook and everything. Of course, if y'all don't know, Facebook Championship Ringside, Instagram Championship _Ringside, Twitter at Champ Ringside, email Championship Ringside gmail.com. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. Of course, like the videos, TikTok. We got all that shit. But yeah, we need y'all to straighten this up because this MJ scale ridiculous. That's all we doing these days. Measuring people by MJ standards. You got anything else, G?
Listen, I need. Wait, I might need to check that out. This is what I need for somebody to do. Whoever a subscriber is, maybe King could do it. Get this man a dictionary because he don't understand what mentality means. He doesn't understand what dominance means.
Working out doing the fucking all
like he doesn't understand what those things mean. Like because he doesn't understand those things. I just need somebody in the comments put the proper definition of these things for him, just so we can help my boy out. So we're gonna get Blizzy Blaze Scholarship Fund up and running. Starting to GoFundMe. Please click on the link below and help me get my boy a dictionary. All right, click on the GoFundMe.
Yeah, when y'all do that, y'all add me at Blizzard Blaze. Matter of fact, if y'all want to donate, I got a cash app to at Championship Ringside. Till then, it was a nice sparring match, G. You looked a little shaky, but look at you, you're still standing. Your jaw a little loose, but
What?
that's because trying to defend Jordan.
Man, I broke my hand and slapping the piss out you. Bah!
Next time, G.